Welcome to this week's episode of Flashback Friday, where I share one tip to help you excel in life and be the millennial of action that you are always meant to be. MoAction. 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 Today, I'm going to share one of the stories that happened, and I'm going to flash back to when I was driving to Portland. So me, my cousin, my uncle, we are on our way to Portland, and we're just traveling to see one of my cousins play basketball. And man, you never know when something important is ever going to happen to you, or something that you can take away. So one of the biggest things I talk about the book that I'm writing is just being aware and embracing the environment around you. So while we were driving, my uncle, me and him were going back and forth. So for those that are unfamiliar with how I live, I have a one-bedroom apartment in downtown Seattle. And my uncle had a game in Portland, and to us California people, a 2-hour drive, a 2.5-hour drive, a 3-hour drive is just part of life. So what did they do after the basketball game on Saturday? They came up and spent the night with me. So I had to have one person lay on the couch. My uncle, because he was the oldest, he took that. And then I had my cousin, he was on an air mattress. And literally, we didn't know, but that day happened to be daylight savings time. So while he was on the floor, we're helping him roll up the mattress, and we're like, oh, we gotta leave, it's almost that time. And in our heads, we thought we were ahead. And then soon and behold, we get into the car, we're driving to Portland, someone looks at the time and thinks to themselves, wow, that took a long time for us to roll up a mattress. And I looked at my uncle and said, well, I don't think that took an hour and a half. Something's going on. So everyone's trying to pull out their phone, and lo and behold, you find out it's daylight savings time. So then we're just laughing and joking, and I look at everybody and say, well, I didn't want to wake you guys up sooner because, I woke up about 5 o'clock. I had plenty of energy. I didn't go out and party that night. All I did was literally stay home, go out, eat Dino's Pizza down in Cap Hill, and then I was back indoors where it was comfortable to me. And it was a very pleasant night. It was good. Had lots of sleep. So here's where the important lesson came. So while we were going back and forth talking about daylight savings time, my uncle made it clear to me. He's just like, well, you could have woke us up. We would have been up. We would have got up. Why? And then he dropped this golden nugget on me and said, well, here's how I see it, Vante. There's plenty of time to sleep in. And some people, they love to sleep in. But here's one thing that you should know, is that those people always look at life and say, how do I put those hours that I was sleeping back into my life? And he said, where do those hours go? They go tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and then you find out that they never get things done. So I want the biggest takeaway for me and any person that is trying to be a millennial of action and accomplish their goals, their missions, or whatever you're trying to accomplish in this journey that we call life. I want you to realize that all of our time is limited. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but the most important thing is that we are doing what we can do in the time allotted. So if that's waking up early to get things done, it's better to do things now than to push things off, because as we know, as the day goes, we get tired, we get fatigued, something comes up, life happens. But I've always told myself waking up at 5 a.m. is the best, because it's less noisy, it's quiet. It's like this studio that I'm in right now, my one-bedroom apartment recording. So take care, millennials of action. Wake up. Put those hours in your day today, now. Take action and be a millennial of action. Later.